Hello students, in the last lecture we have discussed about the continuity equation and metallic conductors. Now in this lecture we discuss about the conductor properties and boundary condition. Right. So there are some conductor properties. Already you know what is a conductor. So it is nothing but makes the flow of current full, right? So property number one, and this is charge density within a conductor is 0, that is rho v is equal to 0, and surface charge density resides on the exterior surface. Means charge density rho v is always within the conductor is 0. That's first property, first point. And surface charge density resides on the exterior surface. The second property is what? If in a static condition no current may flow, so thus what happens, the electric field intensity within the conductor is 0, that is E is equal to 0. So these are the main basic properties of what? The conductors, right? Now let us our next concern go to the boundary condition. So what is this boundary condition? Now as we already know that when electric field passes from one medium to other medium, it is important to know that the conditions at the boundary between these two media, right? So the condition existing at the boundary of the two media when the field passes from one medium to other are called boundary condition, right? So this is about boundary condition definition. Now depending on the nature of media, there are two situations of boundary conditions. So first one is it may occur between conductor and free space, and second one is what? It may occur between two dielectrics with a different properties, right? So the free space is nothing but a dielectric, hence first case is nothing but a boundary condition between a conductor and a dielectric, right? For studying the boundary conditions, we should know the Maxwell equations of electrostatics. So that is what? Integration over closed surface E dot dl is equal to 0, and one more is integration over D dot ds is equal to Q. So similarly, electric field intensity is required to be decomposed in two components. One is namely tangential to the boundary, that is called as tangential component, and one more is normal to the boundary, that is En. Okay, so E tan and En, so that will give you two components. So hence our next concern is the fields external to the conductor. So here electric field intensity or electric flux density are decomposed into tangential components and normal components. The tangential components is nothing but, for electric field intensity, E tan and En. So E tan is for tangential, En is for normal, and for flux density it is D tan and Dn, right? Now next, tangential component of the electric field intensity is seen to be 0, that is Et is equal to 0 and dt is equal to 0, right? If not, then force will be applied to the surface charges, resulting in their motion and no static conditions, right? So here E, D and rho v within the conductors are 0, right? Now the normal component of the electric flux density is nothing but leaving the surface equal to surface charge density in the coulombs per square meter. Therefore we can tell that dn is equal to rho s. Now according to Gauss law, electric flux leaving an incremental surface is equal to the charge residing on that incremental surface. So hence the flux cannot penetrate into the conductor since the total field there is 0. Okay, so it must leave the surface normally, right? So it is not going to penetrate inside the conductor, right? Now you can see this figure, which is for the boundary condition between the free space and a conductor. There is a dielectric and a conductor. So here you can see over here is a Gaussian surface, right, and this is a conductor, okay, and this is what line you are seeing, this is a boundary, and you are having the tangential component divided into En and E10 and dt and dn and d10, right. Now as per the Gauss law, we can tell that integration over a closed surface E dot dl is 0. So you can apply it for a conductor. So here A, B, C, D can apply for it. So integration over A, B plus integration over B, C plus integration over C, D plus integration over dA is equal to 0. Right. Now after a simplification, we may get the value of this whole component, that is nothing but E tan Et and del W minus En at half of del H plus En half of del H at A, and this is del H at B. This is equal to 0. But here as del H tends to 0 and del W is less than Et, therefore it becomes Et del W is equal to 0. So therefore here Et is nothing but considered as a 0. So therefore Et and dt is nothing but made as a 0. Now next we go to the integration over surface d dot ds is equal to q. So that is nothing but integration over top plus integration over bottom integration over sides is equal to q. That is dn del s is equal to q equal to rho s del s. Therefore it becomes dn is equal to rho s. So dn is nothing but epsilon naught En is equal to rho s. So this is about the boundary conditions, conductor properties, and as well as this equations for boundary condition between free space and conductors. Thank you.